Oh, yeah. What is up, all my dudes up in the chat already? How are we doing today? How about everybody that is going to be here in just a bit and the people that are going to watch this later on? I always forget to say what's up to those people. It's not just the people live in the chat all the time. It's also the people that are viewing this afterwards, because we hit 1,000 subs the other day, and it's just spiraling. It's keeping on going, and I'm getting more and more views on my stuff as well. What's up, John P? What's up, Max? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Michael? How are we doing? Post how we're doing up in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling on this glorious, glorious Sunday. What a day to be alive, honestly. I was on live with Afi Kingdom earlier today. If you guys aren't a fan or are not subscribed to Afi, make sure you go ahead and check out that dude's YouTube channel. Big ups to my man Afi. Also, I was on Donovan's the other day. Thank you very much. Yes, that was a tremendous, tremendous episode, I must say myself. It's kind of crazy because honestly, these guys, like Afi's got 13K subs. He's big time in the social media. Donovan, 50K. These dudes are real deal gentlemen. Honestly, they see and they recognize, talent, and they give people a shot, right? So I go live on these guys' channel, and I'm dropping truth and wisdom. And just like I do every day up on here, you guys get the same stuff, but it's just really great to be able to get out there and have things kind of come together, because my whole thing of what I'm trying to do is honestly, and it's the same reason for me pushing out this new book, A Patriarch's Vision, Purging Feminism. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to come at you guys half truth. Well, not half truth, full truth, but half of the reason why is this, besides my dog over there. Obviously I need to get some type of energy back from you guys, from all the effort and work that I put into everything that I've done up to this point. And that usually comes in the form of money. It comes in the form of likes. It comes in the form of subscribes, and it comes in the form of shares, right? And honestly, most of the time, most people are just more than happy to hand over money in exchange for the information that I provide, the guidance that I provide, the mindset, and all that other stuff. So there is half of the reason why I do this stuff. I'll tell you, because I used to run a business beforehand. I owned a CrossFit gym, and I just did not know how to sell my product well, to the point that I ended up tapping out big time because I wasn't receiving that energy back. You need to get that stuff back. And like I said, it comes in the form of likes, shares, subscribes, and money, or donations if you guys want to donate. I haven't yet got a donation. I'm not going to lie to you guys about this stuff. I have yet to get a donation. But if you do want to donate, especially seeing as your man's birthday is coming up next weekend, please do donate at, there we go, Streamlabs/God Amongst Men. I'll post that link in the chat. Donate here. Donate. Control V. Hit that shit. Anyway, my big thing is this, guys. I've been through so much shit in life. I understand that masculinity is kind of the cure for it all. Like I said, I am not trying to come up in here and cure Western civilization. Instead, what I'm trying to do is create a counterculture and get like-minded men, not little fucking boys that want to run around and pretend like they're fucking men, who want to fucking go and kick other people's fucking sandcastles in and all this other shit, or use their fucking, their clout to sit there and act like a fucking little bitch about shit, right? I don't know. I'm not talking about anyone in specifically, but there's people out there that do that shit. I'm the type of dude, I've been through it. I've seen it. I've been in the military. I've been in the fitness world. I've been in the business world. I've been in college, right? I see how shit's supposed to be. I see how it is today, and I see how it's supposed to be. I see how these boys today that are walking around in positions of power and authority are ruining a lot of our stuff in life because they're still yet to be initiated into manhood. They're still little boys. Their entire hold on their grasp on power, their grasp on their identity, their grasp of XYZ, right? Of this material stuff, stops them from understanding really, truly what it means to be a man and how to help men in this space today. My goal is this. I don't know if I've ever painted this picture, but essentially what I am trying to do is create these wellness centers in order for me to have retreats, in order for these guys, for men to come in and get initiated into manhood. I'll do some seminars and all this other stuff that would be open to some women and people that if you guys want to come and sit down in XYZ. But the real big thing is this. It's focused on masculinity. It's focused on making masculinity the foundation of this. And it's training men to come in there, get initiated into manhood and continue to get initiated into manhood and be taught. I've dreamed up this whole wellness center. I want them to be all over the place where there's gyms, there's dojos. We have greenhouses where we're growing our own food. We have our own farm, so to speak, too, as well, where we're sourcing our own food there on top of being able to go out and hunt. So it's going to be in some pretty rural areas. So be training and fighting. But then at the same time, too, we're going to be training people on things like philosophy, how to interact with information. And then also, as strange as this might sound, like it doesn't tie in together, but game. Teaching men how to game, teaching them the theory behind all this stuff, but then also giving them the tools for practice. So that's what I dream of creating. I know that sounds fucking insane, but that's what I dream of creating. It'd be like, it's like almost like a men's university, but it would be like a living, breathing fucking organism. So that's what I'm trying to create. That's what I'm trying to get up to. And I'm honestly like, yeah, it's fucking dope. Exactly. But you got to teach men the truth too. And that's really what it comes down to. So I'm in a fucking hurry, guys. To be honest with you, I want this shit built by the end of this year. I want it, at least the ball is rolling. Everything's a cult, man. Everything is a cult, plain and simple. College is a cult. Belonging to a fucking basketball team is a cult. Believing in the fucking your team as far as whatever, that's a cult. Everything's a goddamn cult. No big deal. I had a shot at a 600-acre farm in Idaho. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that would have been legit, except the winters in Idaho are just brutal. So I found some spots that I want to go after too. Good day to you, my man. For my WarTribe members, it still seems like the site's down a bit. If you're not on the if you're not in the chat, which I posted the link to the webinar in the chat, please do email me at agodofmen@gmail.com so you can get in on the webinar. I got a few spots. You know, I'm just teasing. Good for you. He's saying that he lives on a farm. But anyway, you're the modern day mystery, the Capella method. Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm cooking with some fucking gas right now. I got this going on. I got it all figured out. The book is just the fucking beginning, right? We're in a hurry, man. We got to get this stuff going. We got to get moving. There's no time to sit here and fucking dilly-dally. There's no time to sit here and say, "Oh, you got to take your time on this shit. You got to do X, Y." No, fuck that shit. If you're not on this fucking train, get the fuck off. Plain and simple. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't deal with people that say fucking no. I don't deal with people that are going to be hesitant. I don't deal with people that don't fucking take orders either, right? I don't deal with that shit. Let's go. Here's the dream. Let's march toward it. The people that sit there and make excuses and all this other shit, those are little fucking boys that don't want to get uncomfortable, that are used to being fucking comfortable and having everything their way, and they're going to throw fucking little tantrums because they've never been tried or tested in their entire life. That's why military service has been one of the greatest blessings in my fucking life, aside from me just being raised, getting the shit kicked out of me and fucking told what to do all the time. There's too many people in today's world that haven't had that type of upbringing. Mommy and daddy fucking paid for everything, bought them all their little toys growing up and all this other stuff. Or men that have hidden behind their little fucking degrees and going to college, or just going in the business world and thinking because they can hide in the shadows in the business world that somehow fucking correlates over to struggling in real life. I fucking despise men like this that fucking sit here on their high horse thinking that they've done it just because they've succeeded just a little bit in business. You haven't been tried and tested. You haven't pushed yourself to the brink. You haven't been initiated into manhood. You are part of the feminine society, and you found your little snaky ways in order for you to become successful. Sure, you got your little brands here, you got whatever. You got a few things that you might specialize in, but guess what? You little bitch. You cannot hack it. So that's why you actually have to cut down other people. Anyway, big topic I want to talk about today is this. I want to talk about the power of distance. And it ties in exactly what I'm talking about, right? The power of distance. When people and other things do not line up and do not match with your overall objective, the overall goal of where you're trying to go, right? Being a man is knowing the direction you want to go, seeing it off in the distance, seeing your vision. It's just like the game. It's just like dating women, right? If you have a vision that it's going to wind up back at your place and she's saying no and she's pushing back and all that other stuff, what do? What did I do the other night, guys? I picked up my damn keys and I walked the fuck out. Why? Create that distance. Create that space. Let them know. Fuck this shit. I can walk. I'll always walk if I got to. You know what I mean? What happens in that distance, though? Because most people think that the power comes from sitting in there and trying to work that magic still. It's like, no. I'm not going to work magic on people that don't want the magic to be worked on them. It's like being a magician and going to fucking Scrabble Sunday and sit in front of a group of people that want to play Scrabble. You think they want to watch your goddamn tricks? Think they're going to be into it? You think that they're going to give you the applause and all that other stuff? No. Go find people that want to go fucking watch magic. I don't know, right? Get yourself in front of the right group. But too many people, they got their foot in the door. There's a foot in the door fallacy, right? It's a logical kind of fallacy, so to speak, when people are invested already and they've already put down their dollars. They're like, man, this isn't really working the way that I want it to work. But guess what? Maybe if I just throw more money at it, maybe if I just dig in a little bit deeper, maybe it'll work out for the best. And what ends up happening? Well, their silly asses end up getting taken to the goddamn cleaner. Right? And then they say, man, I shoulda. I'm in the boat today, man, where it's like, yo, if I start seeing people not giving in to my non-negotiables or my boundaries and they're pushing back, see you later. Adios. Excommunicado. Bye-bye. And there's power in that. There really is a lot of power in that. There's power in creating that distance because you are the one that controls the space. It's just like in a fight. The one who controls the space the best is the one who's going to end up winning the fight. Plain and simple. That's what we're all doing here. Everything that we do in today's world is a game. It's all a game. You got to be prepared to do this shit, though. But most people, they get taken in. They get sucked into the whole allure of things. And because they got sucked in and they've convinced themselves, they don't have enough understanding. They don't have enough self-reflection. They don't have enough, I guess, analytics, so to speak, to sit there and try to analyze. Hey, is this meeting my standards? Because if it's not meeting your standards and you're just only hoping that your standards are going to be met, what are the chances of that happening? How many people have been in fucking long-term relationships where they've had that same mindset? Oh, maybe this will get better if I just put in more effort. Maybe over time, they'll just turn themselves around. Maybe if I just stick around for a little while longer, things will just get better naturally. And the fact of the matter is, most of the time, people present themselves right up front to you. You just don't have the balls to look. It's time to stop doing that, guys. I wish I had the magic formula. I wish I had a magic wand where I could just wave it in front of you and have you change your own perspective. But guess what? It's usually trauma. It's usually you losing. It's usually you failing. Or in my case, it's also me going through this wild consciousness altering type of ritual where my mental faculties and the lens by which I viewed my situations were altered. Like I said, there's no magic wand. There's no magic pill. There's no red pill, blue pill, kind of like you see in the Matrix. Something has to happen to you to make you change. It can either be by your choice, your own doing, or the universe or nature will come in and they will show you. The other big thing that we see is this. Most people have to have that lesson taught to them hundreds and hundreds of times before they will even sit there and think about it. Most of the time, people will just continue to make the same mistakes over and over. Because what? Because they don't have the nuts. They don't have the balls to sit here and say, what's the common denominator in this? It's me. It's my thinking. It's the way that I go about doing business. I used to have a soft spot in my heart for these types of people. I used to. I really did. I had a soft spot in my heart for people that were struggling. They were going through life and they were just doing all the fucking stupidest shit you possibly could think of. They're running into fucking all sorts of problems. Sure. I used to pull these fucking wounded little puppies aside and say, hey, here's some ideas of how you could fix this. Here, I'll help you. I'll mentor you. Not so much any longer. Now I got a pretty good eyesight as to who the wounded puppies are that are going to come in, steal my resources, take me for what I got, and then bite the hand that fed them. You can only fix the people that want to be fixed. The rest of these people are on their own path. They're on their own path to their own destruction. And it's okay. Honestly, this is going to sound very maniacal. It's going to sound very, I guess, dark and brooding and I guess even evil, some might say, but I don't care. There's too many fuckos on this planet. We see them around all the time. There aren't enough good people on this planet. I say let the fuckos fall. I say let the good people rise. But we still live in a society that's dominated by people that are just mediocre. And they're the fucking crabs that continue to pull the ones out or continue to pull the ones down that are trying to get out. I think something's going to happen here soon where things are going to get flipped upside down. I think natural order will be restored, so to speak. But there's going to have to be a few eggs that get cracked. Honest to goodness. And it's not going to be pretty. I'm ready for it. I don't know if you guys are. Anyway, with that said, I'm sure all you fucking knuckleheads in here already know I got a new book coming out. Free chapters out. If you're not on the mailing list, please get on my mailing list so you can get a free chapter sent to you. As well as only people on my mailing list will be privy to this information that I'll announce right now so that you could get on the mailing list. But I'm going to start a pre-order just for Kindle only, I believe, next week, where you're going to be able to get either pre-order or pre-sale just for Kindle only. And it's going to be at a discounted price than what I have for retail right now. So do get on that list right there. I will send you a free chapter either today or tomorrow. and I will send you an update as to when the book goes on pre-sale that only you and you alone will have access to at a discounted rate as well. No audiobook at the moment, my man. No audiobook at the moment. My bad. This is a book you're going to want to sit down and read anyway. It's not something you're going to want to listen to. I mean, in the future, will I have an audiobook? Yes, 100%. Absolutely. But for now, we're just going to rock and roll with the old-fashioned ways of sitting down and having to read. Anyway, get on the mailing list. Get the free chapter. You'll get the announcement as well for the pre-sale and the discount for that. And then I'll have another the following week. Another little spicy meatball for you guys that are on the mailing list and mailing list alone. Also, don't be afraid to copy that link and send it to your friends if you're interested in this book and you might think that they might be interested in this book. That would be super swell of you. Anyway, like I said, for those of you guys that are part of WarTribe, webinar starts in exactly 6 minutes. If you did not see the link in the chat group, my dude. What is up? Good to see you on here. And thanks for having me on earlier as well. This dude's a real G. Make sure you click his name and hit subscribe. Yo, bro, I go live with you whenever you want now. If you're good with my background, I am too. I just couldn't crop it last time. Gotcha. Will you be reviving War Stories? Well, the problem is I go live with my guys, like I said, in about 5 minutes. And that's when I was doing my War Story Sunday. I do believe, yes, I'm not the type of person to leave the stories on a cliffhanger like I did. So we will get back into it. But just right now, I got to focus on some other stuff, honestly. But I appreciate you bringing those up. If you guys haven't ever viewed my War Stories, I used to do War Story Sunday. These are like, it's probably back like 80 fucking videos or something like that, but go check them out. I told, if you're not familiar with Modern Life Dating, I told the next War Story on his channel on Monday. 202 is the episode that I told it on MLD. So if you want to hear the next story, it's actually on his channel. Go check it out. But anyway, with that said, guys, support the show by donating to the StreamYards link or the Streamlabs link above. Hit that, what's it called? Hit that link to sign up for my free chapter. And for now, that's all I really care about, honestly. So I'll see you guys tomorrow live at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, as always, with Live with the King. Thanks for being you, and thanks for being here. Adios.